I'm a cop. I warned him with a gun in his mouth. 3 days later, I found her head smashed with a hammer. I've been in law enforcement for 9 years. One night around 11 p.m., dispatch got a domestic disturbance call from a woman crying. I responded. When I arrived, she opened the door with blood dripping from her nose. No weapon visible. No signs of self-defense. She was visibly shaken. I stepped in, secured the area, and found her husband in the bedroom, shirtless, reeking of alcohol, calm like nothing happened. She said he punched her during an argument. I arrested him on the spot under IPC 323 and 498A. Took him in. She declined to go to the hospital. The next day, he was out on bail. About a week later, she called again. Same story. Physical assault, more bruises, and damage to the property this time. I arrested him again, charged under the same sections with added damage to personal property, and again, he was out in 48 hours. On the third arrest, something was different. He was quiet when I cuffed him, but started singing some old Hindi song in the back of my patrol car. It was around 2 a.m. I was supposed to take a right to head to the station, but I took a left and drove to a remote patch on the outskirts of the city. No cameras, no lights. I stopped the car, opened the back door, pulled him out, slammed him against the side of the vehicle. I drew my service pistol and shoved it into his mouth. He panicked. Started crying, tried to talk. I told him to shut up, and he did. Then I said clearly, "This is your last warning. If you ever lay a hand on her again, I won't bring cuffs next time." He nodded. I holstered the weapon, got him back in, processed him at the station, and wrote the report as usual. A few days later, I saw the woman, her name was Maya, at a local cafe. She seemed calm, maybe even relieved. We had a short conversation. She smiled for the first time since I met her. She told me things were better for now. I gave her my personal number, told her to text me if she ever felt unsafe again. It wasn't protocol, but in this job, sometimes you trust your gut. Over the next few weeks, she messaged occasionally. Nothing personal, just stuff like, "All okay today," or "He's not home tonight." I didn't initiate anything. I just responded with, "Stay safe," or "Text if anything changes." Then one night, around 1:17 a.m., I got a missed call from her, followed by a single message, "Help, he found the phone." I called back, no answer. I was already in my car before I hung up. I informed my partner on the radio. We arrived at her house within 8 minutes. Front door was half open, no lights inside, no sound. As soon as we stepped in, the smell hit, metallic, heavy, blood. The living room was trashed. Glass from the center table was broken. A kitchen knife was lying under the sofa, unused. The refrigerator door was open. Drawers were pulled out. We found her near the back wall of the kitchen, face down. Blood pooled under her head. Her skull had been smashed multiple times with a heavy, blunt object. A claw hammer was found 5 feet from the body, partially covered with a rug. No pulse. She was declared dead at the scene. We searched the house. Her husband was gone. No signs of forced entry or exit. He likely fled minutes before we arrived. We flagged him in the system, issued a bolo, be on the lookout. His phone pinged once on the highway, then went dark. It's been weeks, no confirmed sightings. I've seen death before. I've seen crime scenes worse than this. But something about that night stuck with me. Maybe because I gave her my number, maybe because I thought I could keep her safe just by checking in. I followed the rules, gave a warning, did everything I could within the system. And still, it wasn't enough. I've made a lot of arrests in my life, but that was the first time I felt like I failed before I even started.